Hello, this is Tom, aka Gedeon, here for Tabletop Tap Room, and we are doing a video review on a Kickstarter. And the issue is that this is a Kickstarter that has never fulfilled. 10 years now, it has never fulfilled. And you say, well, that's nothing new. Well, there's a new wrinkle. The Kickstarter never fulfilled as is. It was supposed to be for one rule set for a Pathfinder First Edition. It has now the work that was going into that for the past 10 years, presumably, has now turned up as for a totally different rule set. And the person who has totally stiffed his backers has informed them, well, that's a different rule set. So it's the same project. In fact, it's called Conquest of the Universe. Pathfinder Compatible was the name of the Kickstarter. But they have now published it for a totally different rule set and told the backers, well, that doesn't count because that's not what was promised. Well, you haven't fulfilled any of your promises all along the way. All those promises you made in the updates, you have totally lied and you have failed to fulfill them. And now it's telling the backers, well, since that's a different you have to pay for it. So that is today's story. But before we get into that, let me just say thanks for watching the video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. Don't forget that like, subscribe, and bell icon and help me build the channel. Moving right along, I was contacted by a friend of mine, and here we go. He had backed this Kickstarter 10 years ago. And so one of the few he said he's lost money on. And yeah, look, I know. Backing a Kickstarter is not buying something at the store. Totally understand that. It is an investment. You are an investor. You, and in this case, 139 other people are investors who say, yes, we love this idea. We want to back it. We want to finance it. We want to see it come to fruition. And they understand it's a risk. I understand all of that. And I know that that's what people are going to say to me. But this is just a little bit different. And when we get to the end of the video, I'm gonna draw an analogy. This, I think, will bring it into focus why this is so sleazy, what is being done. Way back in 2013, Starfinder was barely even, maybe not even a twinkle in Paizo's eye. And so this gentleman named, well, here's his Facebook page. He publishes right on his page that he works at Wandering Star LLC. I don't think he works there. I think he owns it. So, this is public knowledge. And he runs a company called Wandering Star LLC. And Wandering Star is sold on the Open Gaming Store online. And you can also find it on Drive-Thru. This is their store on Drive-Thru, a bunch of their product lines that they sell for. And the Kickstarter was 2013. And the idea is to do a sci-fi RPG in the Pathfinder 1E world kind of thing. So this is Conquest of the Universe, Pathfinder Compatible. And it funded, where's my date? June 23rd, 2013. Okay, so June 20th. Then right away, now it became very evident. I read through all 70-something updates on this. The things that were like video updates that were only for backers, obviously I couldn't watch those, but I read through all of them. It became very obvious that Robert J. Grady had an idea. Nothing was written. The Kickstarter funded, and he had to get busy writing. and this might have become a problem for him. And you see, yeah, I'm working on it. And like at one point, it's just this. It just became this fiasco. And I originally videoed this, and the video went like an hour long. And so I'm trying to redo this and keep it down to that 12 to 15 minute sweet spot. So in right away, that was June 23rd, 2013. By December, he had finished the races. How many pages those are, I don't know, but don't strain yourself there, buddy. So that was 2013 Christmas. So then come February, he does an update that's titled, "Why is this taking so long?" Well, you know what? Why it could be taking so long is that he was developing a product. Oops. He was developing a product and putting it up on his company's page. So that was Oracle's Curse, and that came out March 1st. So that was a February 18th. Why is this taking so long? Well, it's because you've been working on another product and not on the one you've already received the money for. Then 3/18/2014, he did a post like, "I'm back on the internet." Like we don't care, dude. We don't care that you were off the internet for a little bit. It's like this big challenge, but you were on the internet enough to get out your book on March 1st. So this was 3/18. So come this is 2014. So come 4/6/2014, that's April. He says May 1st is the ETA for the alpha release, and then the 27th update, which was on May 1st, is stuff happens, excuses, and maybe next week. Maybe next week. So it drags out. And then guess what? Guess what happened? The update 29, you had the schedule slipped, and then so that was, and then come July 4th, number 32, update number 32. It's a bunch of excuses. However, that's July 4th. And July 4th, his company put up on drive-thru another product. So that's July 4th, 2014. Come November 13th, 2014, you have update 38. He's like, yeah, alpha release. But, in all that time, we still don't have an alpha release. No. Actually, the alpha release did happen then. But there was also another product published by him, another writing project, August 16th. Then come Christmas, 12/19/2014, he does this whole Merry Christmas, and it's kind of a screw you post. It's kind of a up yours post. Wishing you a happy Christmas. I ain't been working on your thing, but guess what? There were December products in 2014 that he certainly did work on and get out. So how are we doing here? So 2015, in January 31st, 2015, we got more excuses and an update. But January 14th, 2015, his company produced another product. So he's working hard. He's just not working hard on the Kickstarter. And then come April 24th, 2015, he does the 43rd update, and he's like, just to let you know, I didn't take your money and run, but you kind of did. It's been 2 years and you've finished the races, because if you'd finished anything else, you would have been telling us about it. And you're not. So 12/16/2015, there's an apology. I've been working. yada, yada, excuses. But meanwhile, more products coming out by his company. So then in May, we get an update in May 29th, 2016, Starfinder announcement by Paizo. And so he's, oh, yeah. And, it's not really going to affect this project, but you could tell from the language that he's worried about it, because it kind of does affect this project. That's sci-fi, his is sci-fi. So, so Starfinder, but guess what? Guess what he's been doing? He's been producing other product, writing other product, not writing this. All we've done is the races. We've done an alpha release. We've it's got nothing. We're still talking about the beta. So that is 2016. In November 2016, we get an update. We find out that there is 92 pages in the rough draft. That is November. In December, he does another update, and we find out it's 102. So between November and December, he wrote a whopping big 10 pages. Woo-hoo. Don't strain yourself, buddy. Don't strain yourself. It's only been 3 years, 3.5 years at this point. So along comes 27, still no beta, but guess what? New day job, I gotta move, yada yada yada, all this other stuff. And 8 products, 8 writing projects worked on in 2017. Now, I think, over here, I think one of them's a bundle. So it's not like that was a big writing project, but still, he's more focused on his own company, and it's kind of a up yours on the, to the Kickstarter backers. He got your money, and he kind of has run, but he's stringing you along. So then that's 2017. Come 2018, there's an announcement by Paizo. Dun, dun, dun. You have Pathfinder 2E being announced, and he does an announcement. Wait, this will not affect and I'm working hard. Promise. Cross my heart and hope to die. I'm working hard. So then that was in April. But then in June, we get announcement number 63. Oh, hey, I'm moving again. But we'll finish ASAP. Sorry, no beta. And so that was 2018. But then come 2019, he goes a whole year. It's March 2nd, 2019, update number 64. So one update later, a year later, he's like, making good on promises. Now, here's the funny part is there haven't been a lot of backer comments to this point, but the backers are not having it. And so they say some funny things, and they're like, I would call making good on promises meaning I have a product in my hand. So those were funny. So that was update 64 in March of 2019. In July of 2019, we have another alive. I'm alive, and I didn't run off with your money. There is some discussion of a refund. He says, all right, look, those of you getting physical product, if you want a refund, I will refund. But I will only be the cost of printing, not the whole thing. But that refund will come when this is done, when the project is done. So there's a condition on it. You can't get your money until we finish. So I'm going to hang on to your money some more because 2019, what is that? That's 6 years at this point, and still nothing, no beta even. He's just not doing the writing. And so you can get the refund, and I'll still give you the PDF. I'll still give you the PDF anyways, if you want it. So that's the promise. Now, I consider that to be interesting because we're going to be talking about a PDF here at the end of the video. What's going on with this PDF that he has produced that he's not sharing with the backers. And so there's the promise of, out of the goodness of my heart, I'll still give you if you want a refund, I can only refund less the cost of printing, nothing about the cost of shipping on there. But, you know, he did take the bull by the horns and discuss refund. So then that was 7/16/2019, and that was update number 65. We jumped to update number 67, and that is in July 24th, 2020. And he's like, on call, day job, finishing beta this weekend. Finishing the beta this weekend. You know, so, you know, there's more backer comments that are funny. However, you know what's also funny in 2020? 3 products. He put out 3 products. Oh wait, I got 3 plus 1 here. So apparently there might have been 4. I might have had my tiles all mixed up when I was my screenshots that I was pulling for this. So then that is update 67. Beta will be done this weekend. Update number 68. So update 67 was July 24th, 2020. Update 68. Okay, update 68 is March 7th, 2022. Okay. Don't be in a rush to inform us of anything. And he's like 165 pages, but the beta is still future. Remember, way back in 2020, it's going to be finished this weekend. It's now 2022, and yeah, the beta is still not quite finished yet. It'll be finished here soon. So then 69, update 69 is announcing playtest for July 12th, 2022. So 4 months later. And then 2021, you have a survey, but there were no comments. And then in update number 72, he's like, hey, nobody left any comments. His backers are like over him. It's been like 10 years, 2020. In 2022, it's been 9 years at this point. They've despaired of getting anything. They've basically told him, just print what you got and send it to us so we have something. And he's not done that. So he's finally gotten in July of 2022 to a play test of the beta. But he's still mentioning that, all right, look, please, now's your time to give feedback and comments. Because, you know, he's been working so hard on this thing for 9 years. He's been working so hard on all his other products, is the truth. And, you know, but now's the time to because I'm starting to think about layout. Oh, my God. If he's starting to think about layout, that'll take another 5 years. And they might see a printed product in 10. And what's also now, and we're just talking the beta here, because one of the things that part of the big announcement after it funded, and he's like, oh, such a wonderful amount of money, $6,000. You know, back then, I guess a Kickstarter $6,000 was exciting. He's like, yeah, there's a free character sheet. Woo! And print your own minis and Hero Lab files. There's been no mention of that since the first post after it funded. No mention of any of that. And those things would have been like easy to do. They should have been easy to do. They should have, you should have been able to get those out to people. But no, there's not one mention of them in the updates. So that brings us down. So, the beta still hasn't even gone into layout. But you know what has gone into layout? Let's talk about and before we talk 2023, there were no less than 7 other products that he worked on that were published on a drive-through in 2022. No less than 7. Okay, so, he's only thinking about layout. Only thinking about layout. So let's go to this, because this effectively brings us to 2023. Is here we have, remember the name of the Kickstarter is Conquest of the Universe. What do we have here? We have Conquest of the Universe, True 20 edition. Okay, it's not Pathfinder 1E. Okay, apparently the Pathfinder 1E thing is still happening. So rather than finish his Kickstarter and fulfill it, he went ahead and said, screw my backers. I'll do Pathfinder, I'll do this Conquest True 20 edition. Now, honestly, how much different is True 20 from Pathfinder 1E? I really don't know. I mean, somebody might be able to inform me on that. Now, because of my prejudices against 3.5, I never got on the 1E of the Pathfinder. Well, it wasn't 1E at the time. It is now. But the Pathfinder bandwagon. Because people are like, oh, it's just like 3.5. And I'm like, yeah, no. I'm so over 3.5. I want something different. And about that time, I started going back to Basic Expert. And just, I'm happy playing this. So if you can, in the comments, elucidate on how close True 20 is to 3.5, I would be interested in that. But he has put out True 20 here. Now, do you think he shared this with his backers? No. He's provided them with a link that lets them buy this at $5. So the price, the regular PDF price, price to sell, is $24.95. Now, I don't know why he's charging that price, because he got paid $6,000 to develop this product. Okay, he got paid, and I presume that the money's gone. Is the problem. He has taken the money, he's used the money in no less than 2 moves. We're moving so many boxes. I'm sure he's used the money and it's gone. I don't know. I haven't seen, but I'm betting the money's gone. And so he's charging you $24.95 for this. And incidentally, that is what my friend who clued me into this particular Kickstarter, he backed it for $25, which meant he got the PDF. But instead of getting a PDF, he got a link that lets him buy this PDF for $5. So he's already paid $25 for the PDF. Now he has to pay another $5, so he'll have $30 into this Conquest of the Universe RPG. $30. Now, and that's because of he's so privileged as being a backer and having the vision to back this and say, yeah, I want to see this thing come to fruition. Whereas me, I was not a backer. So what's it going to cost me to get this PDF? Well, I can get it for $24.95. So the backer, the investor who had the vision to back it, put his money on the line, gets to pay $30 to possess Conquest of the Universe. Me, Johnny come lately, or maybe Tommy come lately, I get it for $24.95. Just doesn't seem right, does it? And his excuse is, well, this is not the fulfillment. The fulfillment's going to be Pathfinder 1E, which is irrelevant now because they've already gone to Pathfinder 2E. So this is what he's worked on, Conquest of the Universe, and putting it into True 20 and selling it on a site and giving a great big middle finger, or 2 British middle fingers, to his backers. And you can pay more. You can pay me more. They already paid, and they were just saying, just print what you got and send it to us so we can have something. That's what the backers were saying in the comments. And, so this is This is Wandering Star LLC and R.J. Grady. He puts his author title here, credit as R.J. Grady, but it's Robert J. Grady. He is in all this time, 10 years, I tracked 36 products that he was an author, got an author credit on. The majority were from his company, but then there was some additions done by other companies, some anthology kind of things where it was a bunch of writers, and he just, he got a writing credit in there. So those products were produced by, if you're interested in saying, hey, sheep, Samurai Sheepdog used him in one of their big products. Legendary Games, Pinnacle Entertainment, and Gnome Made Games. All four of these companies have used him. So those might be companies you might want to let them know, hey, I don't want to buy your products if you're using this guy in your products, because he's a bit of a uncool. I was going to say douche waffle, but I'll try to be more polite than call him that. But he's a bit of a scammer. He's a Whitman. He's a what was that? Far West. It took like 10, 13 years to fulfill. He still isn't fulfilled. He's clearly used all the money to write this product, Conquest of the Universe True 20. And this is not the other product, because that one's, and he's thinking about layout, where he clearly did work on layout for this one, because he put it in layout because we have it. We could pay the $24.95 if you wanted to. I certainly don't want to. I would never buy this company's products. I don't care how good they are. I don't care how well they're reviewed. I don't care how if it was printed on gold leaf, I'm still not buying the product, because this guy is a ripoff con artist who is screwing over his backers. And this is just heinous that he would work on this product and be like, well, I'm still thinking about layout for the Pathfinder 1E. You should have been working on it, dude. It takes you a month to write 10 pages. And in the end, how many pages is this? So remember way back, what were those dates? Those dates were, in 2016, he had 92 pages, and then 102 pages at Christmas time. How many pages on this? Where are they? Look, 143. And that probably 143 is really 141, because front and back cover, because it's PDF. So actually subtract 4, because outside and inside of the front cover, outside inside of the back covers, that'll be 4 pages right there. So take 4 off, so 139. So he had 102 pages in 2016, and here we are 2023, and he's up to 139. Whew. Yeah, working hard there, buddy, Mr. Grady. So my advice is, do not invest in any Kickstarters by Wandering Star LLC or R.J. Grady or Robert J. Grady. Do not do any Kickstarters with this buffoon and his company. And you might consider letting those other companies know that you're just not interested in buying their products, particularly if they are using him as an author on them. And again, those companies are Samurai Sheepdog, Legendary Games, Pinnacle Entertainment, and Gnome Made Games. So I'm certainly going to be boycotting Mr. Grady and his products because, this is just a douche waffle kind of move on his part, and it's ugly. And he's, he's no Whitman, but we can call him Whitman wannabe, Whitman Jr., something along those lines. He's going to go down with Far West and Whitman as people who just used Kickstarter to take money and string the investors along. So this is Tom for Tabletop Tap Room with our Kickstarter review of Conquest of the Universe. And I urge you not to do any business with this company. At the very least, he should have just provided the PDF to his backers. But he's looking to garner an extra $5. Screw him over again, second time. Please. When any schlep like me could just go and get it for $24.95. So wrong. So wrong. So signing out. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming. Just don't do it with any Wandering Star LLC products. Company seems to be very poorly run.